and gentlemen, we are live. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's your brother Bolo here out there in the space again. We see the 9-year-old victim, killer, was unalived by the police, and more of to ask some questions on questions, and when we ever ask, it might be unpopular. First thing, more of to ask. First thing. First thing I want to ask you, say people, is this: um, how you guys feel, the family? Are you? Does his death bring you peace? Are you feeling better now? Does it help the situation that he's no longer on this earth? Do you feel? See, I don't know. I just want to ask because you see, my thing is this: I don't want this to become an open and shut case. The other persons that I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that needs to be held accountable is the judge. The judge needs to be held accountable. Will this quell the fire that's in the belly of the people being unalive? The fact that the matter is the system is what failed us. This young lady was a victim of the system. That young lady would not have been unalive if that young man was not given bail. After several sexual offenses by him get minimal time in prison, and after another one that had something to do with a 1-year-old, you know, he was given bail. You understand? And I'm saying, are we now just going to let this one go? Because yeah, man, he is now unalived. We feel good in ourselves. Some of us feel good like we did something. Does this solve the problem of predators like this? Is there any work that they need to do to know how to identify a person that is in the state of mind of this young man? What's going on, Merle? Is there any way we can set up systems where we can psychoanalyze individuals like him so we can see them a mile away when they are in our communities? What is the education? What are the signs out there to look for? What are the signs out there to look for, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to somebody like this? You understand what I'm saying? Because why do you want yeah, have mercy. So what I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, the young man, the little girl, is the police going to go after the judge the way they went after this young man? Because they're responsible to, you know. We need to know why this young man was given bail. The person that bailed him needs to go to prison. You understand what I'm saying? The person that bailed this demon possessed Because you have to be demon possessed for molest a 1-year-old and 9-year-old, brother. Yo, you have to be possessed by demons. You understand what I'm saying? Wagwan, no, serious them now. Them feel good. The police them a hero. Them analyze him and the system. The prime minister has this photo up with family, and Delroy Chuck is forgotten after 2 weeks and a week by the larger public. Me not even talk about the us the vloggers, right? Me know for a fact say out of the press has been talking about the same issue with the sex offender registry. Guys, tap up the screen for me, double tap the screen and hit the like button. If you don't do that, you're telling YouTube that you don't like the video, and the video is not going to go anywhere. So if you like reason, if you like, please hit the like button, double tap the screen with your fingers. It's the same as TikTok. On my Jamaican people, you guys are more than used to TikTok. The only thing is that you don't have to double tap the screen too many times. You just do it 2 times, and that is it. And that's the like button, and we're good. You understand? Only 2 persons here that are supporters. Okay, that's cool. You work with the 2 persons. I'm still gonna send me a message. 9-year-old Kelsey was a victim of the system. Like I said before, the judge needs to be apprehended, right? And there needs to be a deep investigation. Secondly, there needs to be, and you see, the Prime Minister is so full of SHIT. You know how long the people them has been bawling about the sex offender registry list. After 9 years, after Delroy Chuck came out and said the gross and grotesque stuff that he said in Parliament in regards to victims of sexual abuse and violations, right? The Prime Minister was there the whole time listening to the man, right? And being quiet means consent. He never correct Delroy Chuck. He's his Justice Minister. He didn't fire him, right? He never fire him, you know? So I really don't understand. We really need to put our foot on this one and don't come off of the pedal. This don't need to be a 9-day wonder, right? The judge, everybody, the whole system needs to be looked at. Why this man was out of prison? What you say? The judge character needs to be investigated. Well, I mean, what? Oh, you justify letting me know? Let him this. How them only give him 3 years now? Who was the person that gave him only 3 years in prison for the crimes that he committed? Right? So many questions, and a lot of the questions now seem to be gone with this youth that they just unalived. So now 2 lives are gone. The system is not fixed. It's still in the same state that it's in. There's no real solution, only that there's more bodies. Right? My must say that's America. Where they can go up here, they can park up there. Right? Only thing there's more bodies. Only give me a second there, guys. Hold on the people. Give me a second here, please. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. No say you guys not have much patience with me, you know. Anytime I do my live them, people them just jump off of the live. Where was he unalived? Where was he unalive? Just hearing this. Oh, hold on. Let me read the article. Let me go for the article. Hold on. Let me read the article for you. Let me read the article for you. Give me a second. Yeah, man. I just like 40 minutes ago the news come out. But of course, Lord have mercy. But of course, you know, say 40 minutes ago the news come out. Alright, 40 minutes ago. They're on the road. Don't hear the bag of noise in the background. Let me find the article. I don't know why me have good service, you know. Somebody said you can't put the blame on the bailer. It's not the bailer, you know. Listen to me, man. Anybody that bail that man, them need to be checked. Them need to be checked. Me not bail no man. We grape no 1-year-old. We grape no 9-year-old. But we say the bailer needs to be checked. Me not doing it. I am not doing it. Ain't no way, bro. I don't care what you're talking about. Something about your morals have to kick in. Something about your morals have to kick in. There's no way I am bailing out a man that great. Me not put my money behind nobody like that. No way. And I know if I did something like that, my mother would not bail me out of prison. And my mother loves me. You hear me? So, again, whoever that individual is needs to be checked. Sorry about that, guys. Whoever the individual that bail out that youth there will end up unalive the little 9-year-old girl, them need to be checked. Them need to be evaluated. Something is definitely wrong with them. I'm sorry. I am not gonna mix my words. They are partially to be blamed for that child being unalive. If they didn't come up with that money, that man would not be out free to commit that crime that he committed. You hear me? Yeah. And then look at this. This ingenuine. Man, I'm telling you, bro. This dude. Oh, sorry, come in. 1 second again. Alright, so find the article, right? Find the article. Um, the article says that police have confirmed that Giovanni Ellis, the person of interest in the unaliving of 9-year-old Kelsey Ferrigan in St. Catherine, was unalived in a confrontation with lawmen in Clarendon on Monday morning. The incident reportedly occurred in Sandy Bay, Clarendon. No more details were immediately available. Ferrigan was found unalived in a barrel at her home on Job Lane in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, on Friday. It is suspected that she had been sexually assaulted. Ellis was subsequently named a person of interest by the police and a manhunt launched to apprehend him. And that's all they have. There's no, remember this is fresh. There's no more details about the details of the story. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, that we this situation does not need to be this situation does not need to be a 9-day wonder. We need to pressure this exiting government and the upcoming government and let them know that we are very, very serious about um, transformation in the legal system. There's no way we are giving our children 50, have some kids that can get up to 50 years in prison for a crime, but a sex offender is only going to get 3 years for molesting or raping a young a young baby, 9-year-old, 3-year-old, anything in under teens, anything that is not any child under teens. Excuse me, not anything. Any child under teens, in the teens, any child under the consent. What's up, baby? All right, right? And this could be your. No, this is not Shaq, Kevin. This could have been your child. This could have been your niece. This could have been your grandchild. This could have been your family. At the end of the day, you get me. And I've gotten that before. I actually played basketball some years of my life, so I always got that one because of my size. I'm not nearly as tall as Shaq, but my size, they used to call me Mini Shaq, Mini Shaq. But I want to see some real legislative move being made. I was listening to the last part of Jerry Bryan's show, and the young lady on there gave a sentiment. She's a regular on the show. I'm gonna post it, but she gave a sentiment. Um, we at the mini shack at LSU too. Okay, that's what's up. And she was saying that Delroy Chuck needs to be held responsible for this. And she's calling on the JFJ. I'm calling on the JFJ. I want to echo that. JFJ, I know that you're under-sourced, under-resourced, and all of that. And it's just a few of you working. But a public statement, standing with the people, yeah? We don't just need justice. Excuse me. We don't just need justice in terms of. We don't just need justice in terms of against police brutality, but we need justice against our legislators not protecting us through legislation. So Jamaicans for justice, this time to get in the trenches and fight the good fight with the people of Jamaica. All right? Because
Bluetooth mode.
There's no way this can continue.
All those who are administrators of this school, all members of staff, the students of St. John's Primary School, visitors, good morning. Good morning.
So this is the school of the 9-year-old Kelsey. All right, this is the school of the 9-year-old Kelsey. Hold on, let me try to set this one way. Yeah, listen to this.
All those who are administrators of this school, all the members of staff, the students of St. John's Primary School, visitors, good morning. Good morning. My name is Dr. Nicholas, Senior Superintendent of Police in charge of St. Catherine North Police Division. And this morning we are here to encourage you. I know some of you this morning, you turned up to school and you're for the first time learning of the gruesome act that took one of your members, a member from your school, somebody who most of you knew. And we just want to empathize with you, we sympathize with you, and we also want to reassure you that we will be doing our very best and will ensure that the perpetrator is caught and brought to justice. At this time, I also want you to remember that the instructions of your parents, of your teachers, of your community members, especially those who need you well, I want you to ensure that you communicate with them any issues that you are having as children, because truth be told, while it takes a village to raise a child, there are some villagers who should not be around children. And so, anything that is uncomfortable for you, anything that you feel that is not supposed to happen, please say to your teacher, please say to your parents, please say to any individual who you think can help you as best as practicable. I know some of you who live in the community or live not too far from here, when possible you walk in groups and ensure that whatever suspicious activity that you see that you bring to the attention of the other. We believe that children should be cared for. We believe that children should grow up enjoying their childhood. And we, as the police officers, we are to serve, protect, and reassure, and we're going to continue to do it. We hope that another incident like this will never happen, despite the fact that it happened in the home where the child is supposed to be safe. We realize that some of these safe spaces are invaded by persons who are familiar or who were familiar. And I am appealing to you, the younger ones. Your parents will tell you, give you some instructions that you are not so comfortable with, but it's for your own good. We want you to be safe. We are more experienced than you. The teachers have more experience, and whenever they give you particular instructions, it's for your own good. We know some of you will cry. We know some of you will be having issues, and I know that counselors from the Ministry of Education will be coming in as well. But we are hoping that the death of this precious soul will be a turning point where persons understand that the force of the law will be brought to those who hurt our children.
So in a year what going on so. So the mother turned her back on him. I wonder why. Cause people them talk. I tell you, yeah, man. We see what going on media news and now. All of them people. Well, yeah, man, Delroy Chuck, we need to ask for immediate resignation. You need to go. No compromise. He has been very silent in this whole situation. Here's. Oh, a rich man.
Sections of Joe Blaine, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, where the 9-year-old was raped and killed. A warm embrace from the Prime Minister as he empathized with the family of 9-year-old Kelsey Farragon, who was raped and murdered.
This incident must be considered a turning point.
A turning point because the suspect is a repeat offender. As reported by TVJ News, Giovanni Ellis was released on bail for an assault case involving a child. He also served time behind bars after being charged for rape.
So that speaks to certain weaknesses, certain issues that we have to take a second look at in our criminal justice system. We have recently reformed the Bail Act, and we do have in place a sex offenders registry. But I think this incident requires that we take a second look on how we make this sex offenders registry available to the public so that the public can be armed with information to protect themselves. Yes, there are constitutional issues that we have to balance, but where we are in the society, I've said it before and I'll say it again, that our laws need to favor the protection of life and the protection of the victim rather than trying to protect the criminals.
Mayor of Spanish Town, Norman Scott, is of a similar view. The mayor condemned the incident and called for changes to how the sexual offenders registry is administered.
The citizens working with the police would have been able to identify and to make sure that the community members are fully aware of who this individual is, and if possible, preventing from coming into this community. People with young children would have been very much aware and would be looking out to make sure that, you know, this young man is not anywhere near these young children.
While those talks continue, Joe Blaine remains under the watchful eye of the police and residents who have been commended for working closely with law enforcement.
This is the new Jamaica that you see emerging even out of conflict and these kinds of gruesome situations, where the citizens have confidence that the police will be able to find the perpetrator. The citizens have confidence that the police will bring the perpetrator to justice. And therefore, the people will play their role in cooperating, in providing information, in highlighting the problem, in speaking out against the problem, and in ensuring that this does not happen again.
In the meantime, the family of the victims are set to meet with the Victim Services Division. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency is also providing support. Laurette Adams-Thomas is the Chief Executive Officer.
Well, the role of the CPFSA is to ensure that this family is provided with the level of intervention that is needed, be it psychological support, which I'm certain that this family is going to need at this time. The children, the parents, and all the siblings who are related to the sister or the family member, the child, who would have passed.
Touring sections.
No. I don't know if you guys are listening very carefully, but I hear this undertone of political football being played. Talking about a new Jamaica and how the citizens are confident in this and confident in that. I want to know if you guys are confident. Let me tell you from one. I can't tell about me. I'm confident that these police will definitely, if they're looking for somebody, they will unalive them. I'm confident of that. Confident in terms of prevention of crimes, which should be the focus. I'm at a level 0 when it comes to prevention of crimes. Like, it's not just murders alone. You're talking about the molestation, the protection of our children. We have to focus on prevention. It's the same thing with the healthcare system. There's not enough focus on prevention. There's not enough screening being done. It's all about reacting. It's a reactive system. It only reacts. And it reacts with force. And then you think, oh, yeah, man. The fact of the matter is young Kelsey is not going to come back. She is still unalived. She's still gone from her family and from this world. Her beautiful soul, her potential has been stripped from her, and this world as well, the value that she would have brought to the world. So, I'm just saying, I know this is not going to be a popular view, but I am here to say it. As unpopular it is, because the truth is just the truth. Let us listen to that again. You get me? Listen to the undertone of political football, using the situation to play politics. Listen to this.
Of Joe Blaine, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, where the 9-year-old was raped and killed. A warm embrace from the Prime Minister as he empathized with the family of 9-year-old Kelsey Farragon, who was raped and murdered.
This incident must be considered a turning point.
A turning point because the suspect is a repeat offender. As reported by TVJ News, Giovanni Ellis was released on bail for an assault case involving a child. He also served time behind bars after being charged for rape.
So that speaks to certain weaknesses, certain issues that we have to take a second look at in our criminal justice system. We have recently reformed the Bail Act, and we do have in place a sex offenders registry. But I think this incident requires that we take a second look on how we make this sex offenders registry available to the public so that the public can be armed with information to protect themselves. Yes, there are constitutional issues that we have to balance, but where we are in the society, I've said it before and I'll say it again, that our laws need to favor the protection of life and the protection of the victim rather than trying to protect the criminals.
Right there, I have a problem with that. All right? Criminals have a life too, and all life is protected by the Constitution. So, you guys have to really listen to what this man is saying, and he said it several times quietly. They don't view criminals as people. They don't see their life means nothing to this government. And this is why the police can, if you label somebody a criminal and the police go for them, even if they're not a criminal, God help them, because 90% of the time, right, are close to it. Them not coming to no judge, them not got no prison. You understand? A man can just be accused and put on a list. A woman can be accused and put on a list, and this government labels them as criminals. They have intelligence that they are criminals. Right? So he's still playing the politics between the protests that the JFJ did the other day when they're saying body worn cameras. He's still playing that politics, He's still keeping his stance, And the hypocrisy of it is that Delroy Chuck has been championing the sex offender registry list to be private in protection of the same criminals that he say are criminals. What a level of high hypocrisy. right? And for good measure, let me go find the clip. Let me find the clip of what Delroy Chuck say. Let me find it. Can you believe it, man? This guy is something else, man. This Prime Minister is something else, brother. Listen to this.
The real alcohol, man. Out and I tell the it's salted attack.
Right there.
Residents try to come to terms with the
So my wisdom warriors.
Diabetic.
Managing illness.
And uno ask to suffer. It has come to my attention.
If a person
Here we go.
$1 million
Listen to
to
this.
somebody fine we spot this gripper boy there. But before me get into that, we want to listen keenly to Delroy Chuck. Hear this.
if a person having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a fixed term and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence if the public at large could say that's a sex offender? So in other words, what would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons such as the police, probation officers and others to know that this person has has served a sentence for a sex offense? Now, it may well be that if in a democracy, people feel that if you have committed a particular offense, you should suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life.
So my wisdom warriors, that is a justice minister, Delroy Chuck. When you hear him, so we
Would we say that's a sex?
he might offer $2 million for somebody fine we spot this gripper boy there. But before me get into that, we want to listen keenly to Delroy Chuck. Hear this.
If a person having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a fixed term and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence if the public at large could say that's a sex offender? So in other words, what would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons such as the police, probation officers and others to know that this person has has served a sentence for a sex offense? Now, it may well be that if in a democracy, people feel that if you have committed a particular offense, you should suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life.
So my wisdom warriors, that is a justice minister, Delroy Chuck. When you hear him, so wait there, so the gripper boy.
So on a year, Delroy Chuck I protect the same criminal them. But Andrew Holness I say should not be protected, right? Andrew Holness never even Delroy Chuck I protect these criminals. It's like a certain criminal alone. Them really focus on. The one that will shoot people. Those are the criminals they focus on. The one that will rob and extort people are them they focus on. But I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You see, the criminal them were rape young girls or women. They give those women and those young girls, if they are still alive, a life sentence of trauma. That tragic, traumatic experience does not leave that individual. You understand what I say? Them have nightmares. Them and in Jamaica, I really do good with infrastructure to deal with mental health anyway. So them double suffer when they are raped and all of these things. You feel me? I deal with so. While Delroy Chuck protect these offenders that go to prison convicted for this by not putting out the sex offender registry list. Andrew Holness was the Prime Minister the whole time in the Parliament and all laugh and I talk about men are adventurous. I true me have time to pull up a tape them. Men are adventurous and women are like, and he was playing it down and actually giggling and laughing. I mean I have to wonder, but Delroy Chuck and who is his friends and who is his associate? Who is Delroy Chuck? Is he protecting somebody? Is he protecting people in his family? Is he protecting friends in high places? And that's why I don't want the sex offender registry list to be out. But now that the situation has blown up and gone viral on social media, and it's election time. Now, oh yes, we need to I think we need to release the sex because it's good to say it now to get political favor. So it's the political games being played. If you guys were serious about putting out the sex offenders, you had 9 years to do it, and you refused to, even when people was bawling out feet. Everybody has been bawling out about the sex offender legislation on social media for the longest while. I think at one point, Delroy Chuck had to apologize to the amount of social media flurry that came around what he said in Parliament. He had to apologize. So it's well documented what he said. You understand? And he was trying to walk it back to say he didn't mean this way. And here comes this situation exposing them. Right? But like I said before, the females and individuals that are sexually molested, they have to live with that. If they are alive, they don't unalive them in the act. They have to live with that for the rest of their life. So they have a life sentence of trauma. So I don't understand how a judge can give a man that rapes a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, or any year-old, and no matter which year-old, I don't know how you get 3 years in a prison for that. Only 3 years. And they just reformed some laws the other day. If you have a board gun, I think a 15 year in a prison. You can't even have a board gun, something that looks like a gun. If you actually get caught for a crime, like unaliving somebody, a 50 year in a prison, that's a life sentence, no matter which age it is. If you're a 15-year-old and you get 50 or 65 years, that all your life gone. You understand? So why is it that a sex offender is getting 3 years for raping a 1-year-old? The youth in the report, it said him bite the 1-year-old in them back and break them arm and molest them. Yo, listen, man. Yo, listen to me, man. Them need to put them people in a special place by themselves and really try to go in at them brain to see what went wrong. And if you see the mother, because it is reported that the mother, used to see signs of certain things with this youth, and she always back up the youth. You understand what I deal with? She always back up the youth. She says some disturbing things, allegedly. We have to say allegedly because her family say it, right? It's almost like she was defending him doing those things, to talking about, oh, they might take man long time. Wow. She needs to be investigated. She needs to go up on a list. Some list. Them need to bring back shame. Them need to bring back shame in our society. Big up to Kwame Brown Bus Life. They need to bring back shame in our society. I think the society is shameless on every level. But they have to talk about how the man them carry themselves or how the female them carry themselves socially. It's like the society needs to bring back shame. One thing we know, I was involved in any type of acts like that illegal and they in a prison, my mother not bail me. I can tell you that. My mother not even look for me, Because my mother gonna say, I grew you better than that. You understand? They don't represent the family like that. Right? Teach you better. That my mother gonna say. So I don't know who is this individual, man or woman, that bail out this youth. I know this young lady, this little girl, this bright, and I heard she was a bright girl. I heard she was a very bright young lady. Right? Right. The whole school is in mourning. Because she's a star. Why is it that it's always those kids where are the brightest and like they stand out? You always see stories like this up. It's like the devil is lurking in us, and these demons always is drawn to the light. I want to just out the light. You never notice that? You know how much other demons out there like this are you? Again, How do you detect them? Is there any education on how to detect these types of demons? Is there any institution educating people on looking at the signs of how to identify a predator? Is that happening? I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't think they're focused on that at all. Like at all. And if you don't get to the root cause of a problem, how you're going to solve the problem? What is the root cause of the problem? And the community definitely has to play a role as well. This is not just about the government, but the government has a responsibility, yes. And in this regard, the government has to take a lot of blame for this, a massive amount of the blame. Delray truck needs to come down. Because if the list was out, more than likely this youth could, like if I'm on the party list, I'm not supposed to then end up picking, you know, if you already touch 1-year-old and 9-year-old and 7-year-old and all different, but I think 6 or 5 different offenses the youth have. Right? This man shouldn't be near nowhere we're picking there, you know? Nowhere at all. Understand what I'm saying? You shouldn't be nowhere at all. You man, they need to question the mother, man. They need to question her, man. Shameless. Unbelievable. Actually, I'm telling you. But I'm going to move again, so I'm going to lock on my camera. I'll mute myself. Give me 1 minute. Alright, me there back. There back on the live, people. I am back. I'm back. Ooh. I try to move away from the noise. It's a night bat. You are welcome, honey. Yo, Merle, it ain't easy, you know. Merle's a night bat, you are welcome, honey. Big up night bat, you know, big up night bat. Big up the people that might like up the live. Boy, I needed that. But back to the conversation. It's like there's a total failure of the system. If we really analyze it, first is the economy. The economy is first, right? The economy is first. That's a total failure. Healthcare, total failure. And healthcare covers a lot, you know. Because clean water in your pipes, those have to do with health. We see in Montego Bay, the rats them taking over. Me Mobile people, I want to go on. My Mobile people, what is going on, Mobile? Mobile, what is happening? Rats have closed down several different big establishments in Mobile. Another thing, Mobile and Jamaica showing you the failures of the system. Access to beaches is still a problem. Big problem too. Big problem. I like how the people in Mobile is organized and standing up with them rights and stuff like that. Holding big meeting down there about sandals. Sandals feed off a corrupt government, you know. And we saw the gentleman. We saw the gentleman from, I think it's Antigua, burn out sandals, you know. Burn him out, man, fully. President, let me see if we can find that clip there. President of Antigua. Our Prime Minister Antigua. Burn out Sanders in a parliament. Sanders want free land. Sanders want this, Sanders want that. Sanders want everything. And the people them greedy. Them greedy. Them want the country to give them land, give them money to buy them own land, and then them don't want the people them in the country to access the beach them. Doyle Tucker, big up. When I laugh about, I want to go home and say Antigua Prime Minister, Antigua and Barbuda, talk Sanders. See me can't find it. Antigua Prime Minister wants. Yeah, alright, see that? One nice little clip.
Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown is taking a firm stand against Sandals Resorts International. He's warning that if the country doors in Antigua, the government may step in, seize the property, and sell it to new investors. This comes as Brown claims Sandals owes more than $24 million East Caribbean dollars in unpaid taxes from 2017 to 2021. On his radio show, Brown raised concerns about Sandals' structure fabric if the company goes on here.
Sandals, all the layering you all doing and protecting yourselves and putting the staff at risk, the Gaston Brown administration will bring that to an end. And if it applies to any other company that are operating hotels in this country, I'll deal with them too, because the law applies to everybody. And hear this now, they're not giving the staff the credit now. So they're using staff tips in their foundation and taking all the credit of Sandals. And they're so wicked. You know what
one Patrick?
They will set up people to stay at the hotel or go eat at the hotel. Alarming, the person will go and tip you 50 US or 100 US. And if you don't put it in the Sandals Foundation, they fire you. You're telling me that in this 21st century, that we can allow Sandals or any other hotel property to treat our people like that, including our CARICOM nationals? Really? I am saying here that that is a type of plantation behavior that I am totally opposed to, and Sandals would be put in their place. In fact, if we have to go to Parliament to deal with that tip policy, to tell them to touch the staff tip, we'll deal with it, you know. If Sandals decide to spite us and lock down the hotel, we go to Parliament, we compulsory require it, and we sell it to somebody else so that it can be reopened. So we have options.
On a year, Antigua and Barbuda Prime Minister deal with Sanders. When feel like say this a government have them type of teeth there. In a year him say Sanders is what's the word him use? Sanders is his economic, you know, I don't want to tell a lie. I don't want to tell a lie upon them. Hold on them people. Well, must know by now some mind work on a certain way, you know. It's wild, you know. It add things together over here and over there, so. Something me here on Panajah TV last night about Sanders.
Bodies are being stored.
Mother body, and when I went there, let's go run.
Alright, see that? Right, that's it.
And the people of Jamaica are disenfranchised. Executive Chair. So many people feel disenfranchised.
I am not sure. This is really to look at.
I'm not going to hear that whole something. Yeah. Only can get the context of it.
As we speak tonight.
Listen to this.
Are you aware tonight that they're taking away more beach access to beach land? The people of Montego Bay? Are you aware that they're taking away access to more land?
It was originally our business.
Sandals, listen to this one.
It was originally our business. We were
turn on the camera here.
There was never a crowding issue at a beach. And now, through continued expansion, after expansion, we've always said what benefits Sandals, benefits us. But now it is getting to the point where the greed of this organization is disenfranchising the community. We will not give you our beaches. Look at this. Look at the size of Sandals Resort and the size on that map of what we have there. All that you see, continuing onwards, we had free access. I grew up accessing all the beach. Access. And with the development of that organization, we said, yay! And we cheered you on, we participated, we helped to build, and now look what we have left. Look, that little section, that is all we have left. And you are proposing to say, oh, guess what? I'll give you 50 jobs, 50 low-level skilled jobs, and you give us your beach, which we will never give you again. The only reason that they do not deny the gentlemen in the kayak is because they cannot rule the beach, and they try their best. They try their best. They can't put their foot on the sand enough. They have to stay in that little canoe and sell their wares. It is at the point now where this relationship, it is no longer a symbiotic relationship. You are becoming a parasite.
This thing is going to affect the fishing industry, right? I tell them plain, I am not approving it. Anything Sandals want, Sandals get, that's the way it goes. Whether we say yes or no, if you say no, you must get this. Even with this meeting, I am president for the group, and I was never informed until Mr. Ablakan last night and tell me about this meeting. And customers of mine called me and tell me about this meeting. And we have a fishing group in White House, but apparently they don't want us to come to the meeting because they don't want our voice to be heard. We always have a good relationship with Mr. Stewart from the beginning. We never break down bad. Because this don't make no sense. That is a form of disrespect.
Until this matter is settled, the community will continue to use this beach. And as was the case in some other areas, we will not allow for under any circumstance, any fencing of this property to happen. And making it unequivocally clear, no, that we will not, because we know what our rights are, and we will not allow for any fencing of the property to take place. People are watching it around the clock, and if there are attempts to do that, we are going to remove it, because we know what will happen when it's fenced or access will be restricted until this is resolved, and we know the time it will take to resolve this, and we know that concurrently in other instances where these things are being resolved, other things are happening that will further distance us away from having access to our beach.
I'm not sure if this assessment that looks at, moss and seagrass, I know it's very, very relevant, but I'm wondering if there's another type of assessment that is necessary to help us determine how families and community and family life will be impacted by this project. Now, that might not be the relevant agency to take on that piece of the evaluation or the assessment, but maybe we need to be partnering wider to find out which other government entities need to be brought on board to help us really begin to understand what is the impact of having this project in our community. Not just how it's going to impact our coral and our climate change and our mangroves, but how is it going to impact families? How is it going to impact children? How is it going to impact the how is it going to have access to fish and shrimp?
Barber shop talk. We're live, you know.
Does not seem to be adequately captured.
Barber shop talk. We're live.
Residents around and around Jamaica have a beach problem. And they want to access the beach where they're returning residents with their friends and family, neighboring community, and that's the problem. So we need to get the relevant authority that can answer the question that the community has to ask. Straightforward. In terms as person who's track record of looking up sections of the coastline from the if this is an exception, I don't know.
Like activism.
Do we have a standards representative who is designated to speak?
No standards representative that they are needed. No,
I'm not sure. This is really to look at the environmental impact assessment, and that is why Mr. Carroll is actually on stage. There's a young lady in the front with the microphone, but I believe.
And that's why I play that tape because this man say exact words where Andrew said about that where there's some economic I don't remember the terminology I use. Virgin, if we as a people have not stand tall and united, them people that will walk all over.
Jamaicans only unite when I World Cup and Olympics.
Yeah, that's true.
2 times. I went by Malawi, Japan. That's it. Yeah, man.
Remember the Prime Minister, Chair Executive Chairman.
Yeah, man, Cecilia Paul, man, tell her. Yes, I saw me here.
What do you mean?
Me say, yeah, be a security.
Yes.
I'm over here at the beach them, and they lock off certain time.
Yo, me I tell you, so, oh, the way security man moving, I feel like someone in Jamaica, you know. They're ready for kill for their master, you know.
Yeah, man.
They're ready for kill, you know, me tell you.
Then the same thing the police them do too.
They're ready for kill for their master, man, I tell you.
The way them are the Jamaican people, remember they have one of them are Jamaican if they not come from our
First
mother.
time I go to my road for them, my mom, you know. Look at madam, say, you know, say, you're so too nice, I'm like, yeah, man, couple months later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaja.
Security don't let it go now, you can't go down there. Too good for we, you know.
And when the native they use their creativity and fix up on some place and look for all the youth them a blue hole.
Yep.
You know say a shiny algorithm make they still there blue hole.
I don't lie.
A shiny rabbit to fight for them in the government. The government, the main say government they didn't want to take blue hole from them. And that's why man they love shiny rabbits so much.
Yeah,
if shiny never did his son in a blouse and skirts in that. That me I tell you, son, the people they love him and defend them. Youth them, and enough of youth them, they make crazy money. Look what go on what they are river with the raft on them. If shiny them and they couldn't go on. If shiny them see the day they couldn't go on. Tell me I tell you that. Couldn't go on, brother. Truth is just the truth. Yeah. That's why a representative is so important. You have proper representative, especially for the local level. Because local man them are a real man them. You understand? The MP then they in a parliament, but the local man them, I tell you, you have to have good local representatives. We're not afraid to come out and talk the things them up. Use up social media and pressure parliament. Pressure parliament. Look out Ian.
I'm not say. We're about to have a hotel, you know. Right? You know, secure for your party, right?
Yeah.
Feel and that, right?
Yeah.
When you see, when you go back off, everything for the people, brother.
Brother,
That is so unfair.
When people are saying I'm meeting, the man in the have this amount and I saw a beach start go. And it now stop. It's like them kick out the people them totally. They move from this amount and then they have and they gone down to over the years. It just they don't stop. Them are like gremlin. Them keep eating and consuming.
So what I say, you can't build a hotel and have a beach beside.
Yeah.
So that is a no-no.
Yeah.
But where you land there, and that's where you land.
Yeah. You don't control the beach and the
You
sand.
don't control the beach and the sand.
No, you don't control the beach and the sand.
Me not wrong the government can kick them out.
Who that? Antigua?
Yeah, man.
Me. Brother, I say it was so refreshing. You see, one new age are done right now. No. Ibrahim try, he's setting his standard for leadership in the world, you know. And he might expose. Me have to meet that man there. Me not really run down politician, but that I want somebody who want to shake their hand. Ibrahim try, I want somebody who want to shake your hand. Real thing.
What I know, man. In the ear.
Oh yeah, because yeah.
Yeah, coming on rock up space and the brother.
Then what they
hold on,
yeah, Russia can't go for Russia.
Hold on, my general.
Russia can't go.
That me go tell you now. Listen to me. Russia will pull up in our submarine if Ibrahim try, yeah? You remember good. You try remember good. Them no, hey, me tell you something.
America brother. Alright,
so they're so threatened by it?
Yes.
Remember
say him Sankara.
Yes.
Him a follow, you know. Remember what they do, my boy, the man.
You know what time they kill him?
No, when the next one the name when they kill. Marbu Magafi and Magabi, when name?
Yeah, but they
more again, man.
Wait, really? You need a revelation against.
Alright, he kick out the French.
Okay.
Him taking gold them, him building own gold mine. He first thing he do buy some tractor, seed, all type of fertilizer and build one whole army for protect the food. He might build infrastructure, he might Russia in a collaboration to educate you them for free. Free hospital. He might build one milk factory. You know how much people he man hire?
Is he the president?
Yes, the president.
Of when you?
Burkina Faso. You need to go look him up. A 2 year no man in a government and the man go from poor to them stable and the economy a grow. The man goes up having one bank. And I frank them use the French money for destabilize the country. So you know with freedom gold, them get the gold for little and nothing, because here what they do, they raise up the price of the French dollar. So the Burkina Faso dollar, if I send 4,000 Burkina Faso dollar for one block of gold. Well, yes, if I $4,000 for one block of gold, they say you are going to every 1 franc, it would have be 1,000 Burkina Faso dollar. So they end up paying $4 for one block of gold. Just that's an example. I saw them rip off Burkina Faso from them wealth of gold because them not have not done there to refine the gold themselves. You understand what I say? So now when someone come in, the man kick out everybody. The man say wanna leave. All French national leave. You are no longer welcome here. The man take over the whole like gold refine the gold place where them dig. You know that? And then the man build up a refinery and he making first gold sitting there. And then he put the dollar, the same gold they have, I use to back up the dollar. The man have his own digital currency over there, you know? Jamaica is so behind, bro. The man have his own digital currency over there.
Wow.
And the youngest president?
China help him too.
No, 30.
China help him. The whole of BRICS help him. And that they afraid of you know.
The thing is that man is a man of the people. We don't have that no mass.
That is the problem. We don't have that. You see, if Jamaicans were just honest, just look for Burkina Faso president and look for our leadership. This is luck, brother. You know they're nowhere near. The leadership is nowhere near.
Prime Minister Fair.
Yo, you know what that the man do? You know what that the man do? The man take down the price, the amount of money where the politician them make in a government. The first time he go in, the man say, How the people feel live poor and not live lavish?
Oh, into that?
Yes!
I know, I forgot.
Brother, the man is a military.
No, me see him.
The man is a military man, see?
Yeah.
Him don't take no more pay as the president and I say military pay him getting and him take in reduce government official to 30% less than what they used to get. And use that the money they are putting in the economy.
Hey, I see. Look how they went.
300% increase. Eh? May I just show you a difference in the leadership, brother.
That's all.
The man that expose the world. Every leader get exposed. If you're not the right for your people, them, just look on Burkina Faso president and we know what you are about. You're a sellout. You're a coon. You understand what I say? You're not for the people. Right? We say the man say, food the man say first thing the man do, brother, the same amount of truck the man buy one time. Farm truck. Seed, and they know so Russia help him. And they buy from too. And Russia still a donate seed to them. You see side down there, the man have one cassava blouse and skirt farming thing.
America not help him.
They help. And kill them, want kill him, no time they try kill him. Suppose about 20 at time now they try kill him.
And then yesterday, I guess when you set up one bodyguard for like something like that.
Yeah. Brother, whole heap of way they try. I got them beside that the youth them still alive. Me not ask Christ. You know, normal. He was a God-fearing man, do you know?
Yeah. Them 30 minds.
May I tell you? What man do? All the man do are elevate Africa and say, yo, bro, we don't need them.
Yeah.
They need us.
We have a big enough continent.
We have the whole of the resources, them. Why are we poor?
Yeah.
Let's build Africa. What the hell is wrong with that?
No.
Let us flip it around. If USA was in Burkina Faso's position, when somebody else are trying to come in after them place.
Award. With Jamaican Prime Minister.
Every single American will be standing up.
With Jamaican Prime Minister, I think our closest come to me. If not for that.
Prime Minister?
Who are closest?
Michael Manley, man. That is not that's a no-brainer.
Prime Minister, based off reading.
That's a no-brainer. Remember saying, we can't crawl, we have to walk, when you say when I pressure him, Michael Manley. No, you go free education just like Ibrahim Chai, everything. Education after it health. You see me I say? And them type of leader they need brother to uplift our society and grow the society. Right now, matter the Burkina Faso economy is brother man go build one train shop from one side of Africa to the next. Yo, so sitting where man do train and everything you think I get crazy over there, bro. Africa is the place to be. Tell me after that. I mean, right now, bro, Africa is the place to be. Enough people like they are talking already and can't stay there. Africa is the place to be. Hey, Devin Beeline, big up yourself. Respect, bro. Marcus Garvey, Pan-African Movement. Yes, no joke, Steve Lee. But me I left funny now because I forgot trip. You see me? I mean now. Alright? The word is love. Celia Paul, big up. Local barbershop reasoning, Patrick, big up. Merle gone, Mr. Doyle in our place. I don't know if strategy did pass through. Wayne Fanti, Smiley Cookie. Who is? Big up everybody we pass through, Kevin Melancon. You don't know about nobody else. I think I hit that, No, Speak Your Mind and Kimberly Dale. There are some only new subs, Big up the new subs them here, man. Remember if you click the notification bell and click all so you get all notifications in. Alright. Omar Mackenzie, big up yourself. Blessings. Alright. Yeah man, look a bit. Marcus Garvey straight, brother. Marcus Garvey say if you're defeated mentally, you're twice defeated in the race of life. You understand? White man having God, China man having God, the coolie having God, black man having God. You understand? And I don't see nothing wrong with that. Self-reliance straight. So what we are talking about? Feel me I say? That is it. Marcus Garvey, I general. One I general then. You see me? Servant type people. And well respected around the world for his philosophies. Something that I think should be mandatory in schools being taught. And I think the Mark Golden should be nudged in pushing that when he come into power in the next general election. But big up on yourself, I'm out.